I'm Gavin, full name Gavin XI, or Gavin 11, whatever you want to call it. I'm a player from the DMV region, Washington, D.C., so D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. So I call it Xanadu Games, my dojo, VG Bootcamp, all that good stuff. History of fighting games has been primarily playing in my local arcade in South Carolina, learning how to enjoy racing games, rhythm games, and eventually fighting games. So dabbled with just some really early stuff, Marvel 2, Capcom vs. SNK 2. Eventually decided I should play some of this stuff at home. Picked up BlazBlue for my PlayStation 3 and kind of took off from there with all these anime games.
I love it. So obviously you're playing PCL. You're not breaking down any secondaries this weekend, are you? Sticking out with PCL?
Sticking with PCL.
Hell yeah. All right. Perfect. So talk to me about expectations going in. Obviously you're projected for top 8, but there's some killers here. What are you looking for out of this weekend?
I'm looking to meet my seed. I think most every tournament, every major I've entered offline, I've met my seed or exceeded it, aside from East Coast Throwdown last year. So, someone out there who's seeding in these brackets knows me better than I know me, obviously. So I want to meet their expectations.
Hell yeah.
But no, I think in a broader sense, I think that, if you're rating players on a scale of 1 to 10, and an 8 is a person who breaks into top 8s every once in a while, 9 and 10 are your players who always make top 8, might get a grand finals. I think that, your frequent multi-blood type Lumina community, a lot of us are at 7s. And I say us because I think I'm at that 7 where, every once in a while, one of us will break out into that top 8 appearance. And I think there's a lot of potential 7 out of 10 players who have a chance to make the first top 8. I hope that I am that player again this CEO, like I was last CEO. But that's the expectation, kind of grounded, but hopeful.
Awesome. All right. So what kind of prep did you do for this weekend?
Oh.
If you could say none, and I won't judge you, I promise.
I won't say none, but when everyone else, I can proudly say that I was not distracted by Street Fighter 6 prepping for Multi-Blood. I was instead distracted by Tears of the Kingdom. So much less helpful than a fighting game. But no, I have a strong core community in Maryland, in the DMV. So players like Fantastic, Coma, practicing with them a lot and just trying to learn that patience that those two players specifically require, and that tends to be my weak point. So kind of taking a special look at that part of the game this weekend.
So Coma's actually one of the players that wasn't able to make it, which
was not.
I'm crushed, honestly.
I am too.
I'm crushed. I wanted to see that out go so bad.
I talked to him at length about it.
Oh, really? Oh, word.
He would have been rooming with me this weekend. Yeah.
So, all right. So, yeah, you got the knowledge there. All right. So, obviously, Coma was projected to make top 8. So, we got that kind of open slot, if you will. But there's also a couple players that exist at that 7. Like Shaylee got ranked right outside there. Who's the dark horse this weekend?
You mentioned my biggest dark horse, which is probably Shaylee, that Paso Noel player, also from my local, from my dojo. The other one, I will also give more shout-outs to my region. Link Pendrago, I think, has a decent chance. I think he actually is projected.
Seeded 7th or 8th, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. If I'm 87, then. I think that he could have a breakout tournament. I think that I'm a little scared. He's in my path. I'm a little scared of Y'all Easy, who is historically just an amazing online competitor. And just, I'll randomly play him and I'll just have a great set against him. And then 2 days later, I'll see a Twitter top 8 result and he's 3rd place just randomly. I'm like, what is with this guy? This guy is he's gonna terrorize me at some offline major some period of time. This might be the time. Who knows? I hope not, but it could be it. So
maybe.
I think there's, to go back to the analogy, there's a lot of 7 out of 10 players out there who, at a tournament like CEO, could have their appearance.
So obviously you just talked about Shaylee. Y'all Easy.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else specifically, whether it's player matchup or character matchup, that you're really looking out for and going, I got to put some work in, or I hope I don't run into so and so?
I wish I remembered his name. I played a Mario player in friendlies yesterday. I won't say trounced me, but tough matchup.
Okay.
Won some matches against me, won the set against me, quote unquote. And he asks me, what pool are you in? Are you in Ori's pool? I'm like, I'm in Ori's pool, but I'm not on their side of the bracket. And he's like, I'm in your pool too. what side are you on? I'm like, I'm on my side of the pool. Which is like a weird, like, top player privilege statement to say that I don't get to say often. But that dude could do a number to me. There's just so many, CEO, there's just so many players who come out to this tournament specifically who want to make their break, and like, they're all terrifying.
Yeah.
Especially
Especially
Raph comes to mind, who's projected to play me in winners finals in my pool, has beaten me, trounced me in friendlies. I think that I'm a player that performs better in tournament for whatever reason, so I don't let casual results define my play, but if you can take a game, you can take a round, take a set, you know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, well, that's all I got. Anything or anyone specific you want to shout out?
Man.
Anything you want to plug?
Just, again, shout-outs from the very start of the interview, you know, shout-outs to my scene, to my dojos and games who help me stay grounded and have high hopes and aspirations at the same time. Just trying to do my best, and they have my back, so I try to do the same and represent them the best I can.
It's all about the local scene, for sure.
Yep.
I love it. All right, well, thanks so much for taking the time, bro. Appreciate it.